Hello there, Osamo, and I am here to review my favorite Disney movie, Beauty and the Beast.
No rest, yeah. All the pain could peel, yeah. The glass could shatter.
I'm really going to do a review of this movie, but I just have this one because I have it, so. I grew up on this one, obviously. I was born in 1990, so this was my childhood. After dinner, every night we got to choose a movie to watch, and if I got to choose, I would always choose Beauty and the Beast. My brother would always choose Aladdin or Lion King, and my sister would always choose Pinocchio. I have to say my favorite part about Beauty and the Beast are probably the songs. I know all of them by heart. I can sing them all front to back. I could actually probably recite the whole movie from front to back because that's how many times I've watched it. So when the new one came out, it was kind of like watching the old one, but then there was some more depth to it, but I really just enjoyed the classic more than I did the new one. I love the new one too, but the classic was more of my childhood, my everything. My favorite song from Beauty and the Beast, I'd say it's probably Beauty and the Beast. I love singing that one when I'm just walking around the house, and I do want to make a cover of that song actually. I'll say one of my favorite scenes is probably the one where Beast is jumping down the staircase because he's angry that she didn't want to have dinner with him. And that's probably because growing up my brother always would reenact that scene. Whenever he would leave my room, he would go ahead and starve, and then just kind of do the whole jumping thing down the stairs, or not really down the stairs, but down the hallway. So that's probably the first scene that always comes to my mind whenever I think of Beauty and the Beast. Growing up and watching the movie all the time, my favorite characters always changed. Belle was always the #1 favorite, but then sometimes I'd love Lumiere, or sometimes I'd love Mrs. Potts, or sometimes I'd love Chip. It just kind of depended on what kind of mood I was in. But Belle's probably my #1 favorite character in the whole entire movie, because I just love how she's really smart, but she also kind of handles herself in a classy way, even when she's dealing with Gaston, when he's kind of being like a creepy man, just trying to get with her. And she's kind of like, well, I'm okay, I don't want to be with you, but thank you. I also love her bravery, because when her dad was locked up and she decided to take his place so that he could be free, that's something that I think when you're little, like, you don't think about stuff like that. But like now that I'm older, I think, like, would I have done that for my dad? Would I have stayed in this creepy castle with this crazy creature for the rest of my life so my dad could be free? I'll let you know one day. I do love how the Beast has to learn humility, and I think that this is probably one of the best ways that a person could learn humility. You have everything, and you're the most handsome, and you just, everything's working for you, but because you have such a bad attitude and you're just not a really nice person, it gets taken away from you. You kind of have to see the other side of what things are. I think that's a wonderful lesson that I think everyone should have to go through at some point in life. Being on top and being on bottom, because it does give you a good sense of humility. But I guess all in all, I can just say Beauty and the Beast is my favorite all-time movie because it just is my childhood. It is who I was growing up, and when I think back, I had a really good childhood. Like, I can't really complain. And there were lots of different ways that Beauty and the Beast was always a part of it for me. I would always watch it around Christmas time. The Burger King cups that came out, I always had I got the Beauty and the Beast one. My mom got me a Beauty and the Beast puzzle, so whenever I would do that puzzle, I would watch the movie as well, or listen to the Beauty and the Beast music when it used to be on, you know, tape back in the day. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
When all else has been forgotten, still all